Okay, welcome back. Just a update on these Action Man heads. As you can see, I got most of the felt tip out of the flock on this blonde one. I probably will strip it back and start again. See, there's a few bits there. Feel a little bit harder where it maybe has stuck to the glue, and you can see I've been at this with some isopropyl alcohol. I know other people um, before have suggested using spot cream, and I was thinking I might just dip or just soak it in bleach for a few days. I mean, that'll definitely remove the glue and the flock, but it might eat the plastic away. So I'm more inclined, just for you know ease and speed. I don't like dealing with bleach. Once you get that stuff on your hands, it dries your skin out. You have to wear gloves and get on your clothes. It's ends up staining your clothes or bleaching your clothes. So what I'll probably do is just remove all the flock on this and paint this section black, and then I'll just reflock the whole thing with a grey flock. But yeah, I have shown this before on the channel, what is inside the eagle eye head and the mechanism. And I got these heads very cheap. I mean, besides the staining, the head is in good condition, no damage to the nose. That usually is one of the first things to go. But somebody's been gone crazy with the felt tip here, or yeah, permanent marker more likely. Even the black marker leaves this kind of blue hue, and yeah, it's just I haven't got the patience or the dexterity to be hand scrubbing this. Yeah, I could use the spot cream method, but no, I haven't got time for that. Nobody got time for that. So, yeah, this is basically you dip these in hot water for about a minute or two, and then put a screwdriver sort of in this corner, push it through, get an edge, and get some little mini pliers in it, and then just pull it all apart. That should be enough to soften up the original glue, and get it apart. And then once you've stripped it, deflocked it, you can reflock it whatever colour flock you want. And so I'll probably just do the whole thing like a silver grey, and just follow this line with some black paint, and then flock it all. But yeah, just to show you, the eyes on this one are in really nice condition. It's a bit odd seeing them out of the head, but this is the way it goes in. You have the small part at the bottom, so if you're reassembling it, this is the way it would go back together. It's easier if you dip the head in hot water for 10-20 seconds to soften it up. Boiling water won't shrink these heads, I don't think. I mean, I've never had one go bad, and it just softens the plastic enough for you to push that back in. Be careful not to damage this little peg here, or these loops, or the paint on the eyes themselves. Use like a wooden barbecue dowel or something like that. Line them up and gently ease them in. And then once you have that back together, you can use this to hook over the top. See if I can show it. So that sort of hooks over the top part like that, and slides into the bottom. So there is your eyes there, hooked over the top, and that's how your mechanism works. So yeah, I'll probably put this one back together, as I said, deflock it, paint this, reflock it silver, use the original eyes. With this one, the eyes were scrubbed already, so I will probably paint those brown, and I will try putting it into another head. Now, I've seen other people, Los Loco Paul Bonicos, and I think the way they do it is they'll use an existing head like this, or a G.I. Joe head, whatever, and then I think they shave it down, like they just, they use this, basically keep this inner mechanism and carefully shave away the face and then reattach the new face, obviously poking out the eyes on the new sculpt. I haven't got any sculpts. Well, I have got these. I think this one would be a bit too small to fit the mechanism into. Obviously you'd have to, he's got very slanty eyes to start with. Alright, that's a bad example. Say something like this. This is a customised Buck Rogers head. This one, and it's hollow, so I think this one would work pretty well. But I don't think I will use this one. If I get another Buck Rogers head in the future, I might use one, because this mechanism would fit in there quite easily. I'd have enough room. I had more than enough room to stick out the back. And it's just a case of maybe butchering one of these and sticking it inside the head you want to adapt. You might be able to build it up inside. Obviously you'd have to cut this one in half so you've got access to the eyes. Put these in. Maybe you could build it up with Milliput or green stuff, like this sort of mechanism here, this sort of rail system. Or you could just butcher the head that you've got. But yeah, it's an interesting thing. Haven't attempted it yet. If I get time, I will. I might use this head as a sacrifice because it's pretty butchered anyway. The eye has been cut away. Somebody's obviously made it into a war-torn, battle-damaged zombie type. Problem, shame on this one is that the flock is in really nice condition. So I have got another bunch of heads, but yeah, they're all blonde heads, so I might use one of those. Some of the eyes on those ones are damaged, but yeah, this one not in the best shape. Tried using isopropyl alcohol on this. This stuff isn't coming off, whatever it is. Again, I haven't got time to bleach. If I stuck this in bleach, it would just ruin the flock anyway. I can't be too precious about these things. I only paid, as I said, 16 quid for these two. Delivered. Some other people are charging silly money for even heads in this condition. But I have to give a shout out to Gary for letting me have these for fair price. He was even like, "Are you sure you want them?" I'm like, yeah, they're perfect for my needs, my demented needs. Got another bearded head here. This is one that I showed recently, I think. Yeah, he might be getting reflocked as well because his flock is in bad condition. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice to have things original, but what can you do with something like this? I mean, Alopecia Man. I could fill in these bits with some grey. There's some grey up here, little patches here. The problem is with the glue, you have to be very careful where you put the glue, or it goes hard and crusty and it just feels rough to the touch. and it stands out. You've got to be surgical with the glue. So it's probably easier. I mean, this one's got really nice eyes. Probably easier just to strip it back and start again. And I do want to get some longer flock and experiment with some different looks. So this one might have a long beard or something. But yeah, that'll be in the future. At the moment, I've got a lot of stuff to move, and I've picked up some more stuff. So that'll be the next video. I should be moving stuff, but I'm acquiring more. So I'm going to show this lot of VHS in the next video, and I'm going to move it all today, so it's not in my way. So yeah, leave some comments down below if you can relate to excessive collecting. Yeah, I asked before, what sort of videos do you want to see? I know people like these sort of restoration type videos, taking something like this and making it look better. I would like to do it in real time with like time-lapse cameras and all that stuff. Maybe that would be something in the future. But yeah, this is it for now. This is the style. It's just a camera on a tripod. If anybody's out there and thinking about doing a YouTube channel, I would say, yeah, just do it. You don't need expensive cameras. You don't need expensive tripods, lighting. All I've got here is a cheap light that I was given for free. It's on a phone stand. Not a phone stand. Yeah, just basically what my phone is on, and all my equipment has either been free or cheap pound shop accessories. My camera I'm filming this on, it's the same thing. It's just a cheap phone shop holder, and it's been, I could do with a better one. It's been held together with tape and glue. You know, these things are £1. I'm a cheapskate. That's why I have overcrowding issues with stuff. But yeah, that will be in the next video, and hopefully some of this stuff will get moved today, and yeah, I'll give you some updates on that. So thanks for watching. Take it easy. Have a good day. Bye bye.